poor ovarian reserve means the chances of a woman getting pregnant gets lowered because of less infertility. So for this, first we have to understand what is this ovarian reserve. ओवेरियन रिजर्व मीन्स एक वुमन के पास कितने एग्स बचे हैं, सो दैट इज़ ओवेरियन रिजर्व. दिस ओवेरियन रिजर्व इज़ एक्चुअली डिसाइडेड एट द टाइम ऑफ हर बर्थ. So once the eggs are formed, it is something like a fixed deposit. So there are certain number of eggs or oocytes produced, and that is going to be permanent. No further or newer eggs will be produced in the lifespan of a woman. That is why as the age increases of a woman, the eggs also keep decreasing, because as and how they grow, so these number of eggs which were permanently present are recruited every month. मतलब हर महीने एक 10-20 अंडे उसमें से कम होते जाते हैं जैसे जैसे उनका एज बढ़ता है. तो that's how after the age of 35 or 36, naturally the chances of a woman getting pregnant gets lower. If this was not there by nature, then a woman would actually give birth even at the age of 50. मतलब 45-50 years के उम्र में भी वो ऐसी प्रेगनेंसी पॉसिबल हो सकता था. तो इसके लिए कुदरती, इट मीन्स बाय नेचर, दिस इज़ द प्रोसेस वेर इन द एग्स गेट लोअर और लेसर इन नंबर. बट देर आर सर्टन criteria wherein at a younger age, that is even below 30 years of age, these eggs tend to get lesser or lower. This could be because या तो at the beginning, in the beginning itself, the eggs are produced less in number, नहीं तो उसका recruitment या फिर जो कम होते जाते हैं हर महीना, वो ज़्यादा तेज़ी से वो कम होते जा रहा है, number of oocytes. So these could be the two reasons that the eggs might be low even before the age of 30. So that is something called as poor ovarian reserve. So how do we test this? Usually इसके लिए there are certain blood tests and there is a scan which is usually done on the second day of her periods. So with these two tests we will get to know what is her ovarian reserve, whether it is low or high. And in poor ovarian reserves, usually what happens, the chances of pregnancy is less. So usually when you see a doctor, they'll advise either to go for IUI or IVF, depending upon the range of the blood levels or tests, whatever the results gives. And sometimes if the result is way too low, very poor, तो उस टाइम पे they say them to go for a donor egg, which means that the woman cannot give her eggs, so somebody else has to give the egg. So that is donor egg. So such kind of patients we have seen in our centers a lot, coming with a very low ovarian reserve or poor ovarian reserve. We even had certain couples and families which had come to a point of divorce or even a separation because of such state. So, and they had been advised as a donor egg and they were not ready to go for it. But I am happy to say that in our center, we have given successful pregnancies with their own eggs by doing IVF at an early stage and by using certain protocols and getting good number of oocytes. And there are people who have also given their feedbacks on our websites, so you can just go through that. So what I suggest is, whether it be poor ovarian reserve or ovarian reserve, see your doctor at the earliest and don't delay your chances of getting pregnancy too much, because the more you delay the duration, then it is very difficult for us to. Until now, here so far we have given n number of pregnancies for these poor ovarian reserve patients with their own eggs and giving them a healthy baby. And the couples were also so happy, they have really blessed us, and they usually share their pictures and photos of those babies every month with us, like as if that baby is a part of our Meridian Genesis Center's family, or like they are also a part of our family.